Absolutely. All right. So Steve, your turn. Your top sleeper among the guys currently committed to Michigan.
I mean, Bryce and I kind of fought over this one a little bit.
Right.
And it's almost really not fair. He is an 89, and Allen's already kind of implied that as long as this film looks okay, he'll probably get a bump. But I got to go with Rod Moore. No doubt 4-star prospect in my mind. I know Ohio State's got a great class, but I'm still just kind of surprised that they didn't offer him. I do think he's that good. And, another situation similar to offensive line where a guy like Moore just kind of caps just an excellent run at the safety position. But he's a guy, I think, lightning fast, plays a very physical brand of football, much more your strong type than your free type. I think that's why they would have wanted to pair him with a Donovan McMillan type kid at a free type spot. But Rod Moore plays the run really well, super athletic, super fast, really sort of a total package at strong, at least from my standpoint. And again, like I said, to me, puts kind of a cap. They may take another. I mean, we talked about how they're going to try to figure out the numbers there, but at the very least, they have kind of put a cap on a really good three-year run at the safety position with a guy like I said. I talk about not knowing a 90 versus a 91, compared to an 88 or 89. I think Rod Moore is a 92 or a 93, at least in our ranking system. I'll be interested to see, as long as he plays a senior season, where Allen, because that's who Allen, if you're listening, that's where the pressure is on Allen to rate him properly. Yeah. But I do think that he's a guy that is a bona fide 4-star prospect.
Yeah, I don't envy any of the guys that do the rankings, but I'm like, I think Steve, I think he has, I think that this will be a pretty easy sell for Allen. You're talking about a safety with really good range, a legit 4-4 guy. I mean, Michigan likes for its safeties to have man covered skills. Rod Moore does, but I feel like I need to give Bryce the floor since Rod Moore was a guy that was very, he very easily could have been your pick. So I feel like I need to give you the opportunity to talk about why Rod Moore was almost your guy too.
I think, Steven, you kind of summed that up pretty well. He's just a guy that can do a lot, and I think he's pretty underrated. And I kind of shocked at his offer list. I'm shocked that some of these schools, like Steve said, haven't offered him, possibly like Ohio State. I know they probably took a look at him, but I don't know. I think he might be one of the guys that they got early that, if they didn't have this quarantine, everything happened, and he went to some of these camps, some of these regional camps, and his name got out there more, I think he would really blow up. He can really do a lot. Has got solid track times and stuff like that. So he comes from a school that Michigan's actually really well in right now in Ohio. They got Gabe Newberg a couple years ago, and they actually got his teammate Marcus Allen, the wideout. So really familiar there. And he's just a guy that I really like in this class. I think he's a guy that he's going to outplay his ranking. And he's a guy, like, I think when it comes to offensive line, they don't have to play some of these young guys early too. And you don't want to play young guys early at safety if you can avoid it. They got Jordan Morant, Makari Page, RJ Moulton. So they got some studs already coming in. Take some time. This year you have Daxton Hill, Brad Hawkins. So you got a lot of guys there. And I think the only guy that honestly they would really lose is Brad. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have a lot of depth there. And he's a guy that can come in, get stronger, learn the playbook. But they really like him. They really like what he can do. And he's a guy that, I wanted to pick as my sleeper, but I gave it to Steve. So.